About Bhagawan, I came to know first about in the year 1968. At that time, I was working in BHL, Hyderabad, and we were living in a colony at that time. And there was an old man who was the father of a design engineer in BHL. His name is Prasad. And he used to come to our house and tell about Swami to my parents. My parents were living with me at that time. And he used to tell Swami does this miracle, that miracle, and then he takes out Shivalingam from the mouth and all. And when I come back from the office, my parents used to tell me all these things. For me, somebody taking out a Shivalingam out of the mouth was something not acceptable to me at that time. So I said, no, I don't want to hear anything about it. This man probably is creating a magic there and then influencing the people with all these miracles and all. But I don't want to hear anything about him. And this continued for some time. And at that time, there was a general manager of BHL was one Mr. Endiamappa. He was the previously chairman of Mysore State Electricity Board at that time. And he became general manager in BHL. And he happened to be a Sai devotee. And Swami visited him once when I was in the colony. And my friends told me, Sathya Sai Baba is coming. Why don't you come and have a look at him? I said, no, I don't want to see that man. Because he does all these miracles and take out Shivalingam and all. It's not acceptable to me. That was the state of mind for me at that time. Now of course, I regret it. Then what happened was about 1 or 2 years later, around 68 end on 69, in a Sunday afternoon, I was just sitting in the front of my quarters. A van pulled up in front of my house. And they asked me, where is Mr. Prasad's house? We are coming from Puttaparthi. I said, what is the matter? His father came to Puttaparthi and he passed away. We have brought the body. So I went along with the body to Prasad's house, and then his father stayed for some time and all. I came back and told my parents, look here, this man said so much about Swami and he went to Puttaparthi and died, so don't talk about Swami anymore here. So I even prevented them from talking about Swami. Then in the year 1971, I decided to change my working from BHL to Bangalore, MICO, to my motor industries company limited. Now it is called Bosch. I came to attend the interview, and after attending the interview, I was just trying to go back in the bus, and I saw suddenly my brother-in-law coming with his aunt in the bus station. I got down and asked him, what are you doing? I said, we are just coming from Puttaparthi after Shivaratri. It was in 1971. And this Swami created a Shivalingam from his mouth and all. I just switched off because he happens to be my brother-in-law. I had to be respectful to him. So I just pretended as if I was listening to him. I switched off myself totally. Then I told him that I am likely to shift to Bangalore. He lives in Chennai. He used to live in Chennai at that time. And then I told him, come for summer, you come to Bangalore, it will be cool there. So in the year 1st of May 1971, I moved to Bangalore. And after 10 days or so, my brother-in-law came from Chennai with my sister. And then they wanted to spend the summer with us. While coming, he came with Satyam Sivam Sundaram Volume 1 and a gramophone recorder and a LP record which is called Satya Sai Chants Bhajans. And he wanted me to record it in my spool tape recorder. In those days, tape recorders were very rare, and getting tapes in India also were very difficult. But since my brother-in-law asked me that you have to record it, I told him I will record the bhajans. The other side of the LP record was Swami speech. And thus I said, I don't have much of tape, so I don't want to record the speech. I will record the bhajan for you. So he gave me, at that time in MICO, they put me in charge of the night shift, totally, because I came from heavy industry to a mass production industry, and they wanted me to have exposure to all the departments in MICO, so they put me in the night shift. So I used to go for night shift, and the daytime I'll be free or sleeping. So I started recording Swami's bhajans in this spool tape recorder. After that, I wanted to listen what this man is going to talk about. So Swami started the speech with quotation from Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanaya sambhavami yuge yuge. And Kasturi starts translation, for the protection of virtues and upkeep of dharma, I incarnate from time to time. And then when I heard that, my hair stood up. I said, this man is telling I am a avatar of God. I have seen so many sadhus who are telling that I can take you to God and then I can get boon from God by prayer and all. Here is a man who says he is the incarnation of God. And in that speech, Swami says, I am the very same Rama, I am the very same Krishna who has come down, and all these things. And I was totally confused. So I finished listening to the whole thing. At the end of that, I was totally confused. I said, I have seen, so either this man must be really God because he still tells so confidently that he is God, or he must be the biggest cheat in the world, stating that I am God and then fooling everybody around. Then, after listening to that speech, I said, okay, let me read what this book says. I started reading Satyam Shivam Sundaram. People who don't believe in Swami, if you read it, it is almost like a magic story. That is, Swami puts water in the jeep and then starts running, and then he blows a stone and it becomes candy, and all these things. Unbelievable instances were quoted in the Satyam Shivam Sundaram Volume 1. After reading that, I became still more confused. Whether all these things can happen, I don't know. I am not... My scientific background, and I spent about a year and a half in Czechoslovakia, which was a communist country at that time. And I couldn't accept that such things can happen in reality. When I sleep, I used to get a dream of Swami after reading this book. Different dreams used to come. And when I go from one block to another block in the night in MICO, there was a new block and an old block. You have to go around all the blocks because you are in charge of the shifts. I used to see suddenly a figure of Swami to the height of a palm tree, actually. So I became totally confused. I said, I did a mistake in reading this book. Looks like I may end up in the Nimans, which was just nearby MICO building at that time. So one day I went like this. I had just had a vision of Swami, and I entered the new block. One setter came from one of the departments. His name is Sri Ishwar Rao. He was a setter in the nozzles department. And he said, sir, what do you think about Sai Baba? I was not very sure he was referring to Shirdi Sai Baba or Puttaparthi Sai Baba. I asked him, which Sai Baba you are talking about? He said, Puttaparthi Sai Baba. I said, I didn't want to say anything. I told him, I was just thinking about him. That's all I told him. Then he said, sir, if you don't mind, I got some books written by Swami. I'll give you one by one. You read it and return it to me. I didn't ask him anything. Just out of blue, he came and asked me. Then he gave me first Bhagavata Vagini. I don't know any of you have not read Bhagavata Vagini. If you have not, I'll suggest you read it. I read that one probably within a day, and I started crying because it's so nicely written there. Then he gave me Sathya Sai Speaks Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I read all of these things. I said, this man seems to be teaching only good things. But I don't know why he is doing all these miracles and then doing all these things to the people. Maybe I have to check up. So he started taking me to various bhajan centers in Bangalore. The bhajans were very nice to hear. First time anybody hears Sai Bhajan, they will be taken to a different level. And various places where Vibhuti was coming from pictures in Bangalore at that time. And after seeing all these things, I was not convinced, but I became more confused. At this time, Swami's birthday came, 1971 November. He came to me and said, "Sir, can we go to Puttaparthi?" Without any thinking, I said, "Yes, why not?" So we picked up the bus in the morning at 7 o'clock. They used to run special buses during birthday time. It will reach Puttaparthi at about 11 o'clock in the morning. And while coming in the bus, he said, "Sir, Swami may not come near you. He may not come and bless you. There's a lot of crowd will be there. Don't blame me," and all. He was trying to prepare me for this. I told him, "No, I just want to know how this Puttaparthi is, because I have read so many things about in the Satyam Sivam Sundaram. So let me see what is here." Then we landed in Puttaparthi and this one. And then we were carrying our suitcases and walking inside with our chappals. The Sevadal at the gate said, "Please leave your chappals and go." This Ishwar Rao told the Sevadal there that you can go with the chappals in front of the mandir at that time. We can go. No, Swami is giving darshan, leave it and go. And we left immediately and went inside. The Prasanthi Nilayam hall was an open space at that time with the coconut trees and all. And we used to put our luggage under the coconut tree and leave there. So we went there. Swami was at the end of the crowd and he turned towards us and then wished me. I was taken aback. I said, "This man said it is very difficult to go near him, and he comes at the end of the crowd to receive us." I was not prepared for that, actually. At the end of the road, he turned and then blessed both of us when we entered. That time, my mother had a very high blood pressure, 240 by 140, with very powerful medicines also. It was not coming down. My whole family became devoted to Swami by that time, but I was not. But I didn't prevent them to become a devotee after reading this Satyam Sundaram. So he wanted me to write a letter to Swami and then give it to him. So I wrote a letter faithfully about my mother's blood pressure. So we had darshan of Swami, came out. That time the book stall was just near the place where the cars are parked near Sai Kulvanthal now. At that time a small kiosk was a bookstall. Sathya Sai Speaks Volume 7 came up. At that time, new one. I bought that one. It's a slightly thicker volume than the other 6 volumes. And then I wrote this letter. I brought one Vibhuti packet also I bought. And we were sitting from 3 o'clock in the afternoon on 20th of November 1971. And I was sitting in the front row with the book. Over that, the Vibhuti packet, and over that, the letter written. So Swami came, and the bhajans were going on. He came near me. He just blessed the letter and then walked away about 10 feet. I thought, if you are really God, you don't need any letter. If you are not God, my giving this letter to you is of no use, because you are cheating the whole world saying that you are God. So I am least bothered whether you take the letter or not. But when I go back to Bangalore, I am going to tell my mother that Swami, you have taken the letter, and then that may give her some peace of mind and maybe it will reduce her blood pressure. The moment I thought, Swami turned from 10 feet away, walked straight towards me with a mischievous smile. He picked the letter like this and then walked away. I was totally overwhelmed at that time. Then slowly, I was thinking, oh, this man must have forgotten. He has gone some distance away and then remembered, and he has come back. He has taken it. I am unnecessarily attributing a lot of importance to this by the surroundings. Keep awake and be alert. Don't get carried away by coincidences. I was back to square one. The next day was the Swami's birthday. That time, in Purnachandral was not there. There was a shed there at that time. And Swami used to sit there, and all the starting from Ishwarama, Mother Ishwarama, all the devotees will come and apply oil on Swami's head at that time. So all these functions went on, and I was there in the 8th or 9th row in the hall. So those days the prasadam given was not full laddu. It was a bundi that is made to make into bundi, and then it was made in a packet and it was given to the devotees. First 3-4 rows, Swami gave the prasadam himself. We got it from a sevadal. So I got one packet from me, and then I walked back towards my coconut tree where I kept my luggage. And I opened my suitcase and put it and looked up. Swami was walking from Purnachandra Hall to his residence, which was in the Bhajan Hall at that time, with a bucket in his hand, and he was distributing prasadam himself on both sides of the devotees assembled to receive the prasadam. I had no time to go there, so I thought I'll go to the Bhajan Hall front and then stand there, maybe try to get a packet from him. I rushed to the Bhajan Hall. Bhajan Hall had about 3 steps at that time from the veranda. After that, then open space. So I could go and stand near the steps only at that time, where the entrance to the Bhajan Hall now, at that place. Swami came distributing the prasadam. I put my hand one. He put one packet in my hand. Somebody pushed me from the back. It fell down. The man who was sitting down, he took it. Again, I put another hand like this. Again, somebody pushed it. Again, it also fell down. Swami gave second time also. I said, you are really God. You should not make it to fall like this. It is too much. Then I put a second and third time. And Swami turned and put the third packet in my hand and folded my fingers like this and then walked away. I was totally again in bliss, rather. After some time, I said, this man must be a kind-hearted man. So he must have seen it falling and he has given it. But doesn't mean that he reads me and he is God. I shouldn't get carried away. But of course, the argument was not very forceful, but still I was back to almost square one. Then I made up my mind. I said, these two are coincidences if I take. If there is one more coincidence like this happens before I go back to Bangalore in the evening, I will never have any doubt about your divinity. But I need one more sign from you if I have to be convinced. This is my thinking. In the evening, there was a program in again the same Purnachandra Hall, which was a shed at that time. And Swami gave a speech in which he talked about the sun. Well, the sun has got some holes through which it gets cools and things like that. After that, they announced that P. Shushila will give a devotional music program. By that time, I thought I have become spiritually a little more advanced. So I don't want to hear P. Shushila. We'll sing some cinema songs there. So also that I was sitting right from 3 o'clock. It was about 3-4 hours. I had to go back, have some snacks and come back. So I came out. I was almost in the 3rd or 4th row. So when I came out, I had and came back. I couldn't enter the hall. Hall was full, jam-packed. And P. Shushila was singing beautiful bhajans. And I kicked myself. I said, if I were sitting in the 3rd row, at least I'll get some chance to see a miracle from you. But I lost that chance also. Maybe this is how it will be. So I could get into another shed which was perpendicular to the shed where the Central Trust office is there now. That was also another shed. So I could go and only stand in that shed and watch from a distance. I was watching from a distance Swami's program there. Swami was in the Jula and P. Sushila was singing beautifully. That time, one Sevadal came near me and he was taking a photograph of Swami with flash. I could have kept quiet because Swami didn't want me to keep quiet. I asked him, what film you have got? He said, he has got color film. Then I told him, you are wasting your color film. From this distance, if you take a photograph, you will not get anything. You will get only a dot of light. So why don't you go near the stage and then take it? You are a Sevadal, you can go near and take this photograph. He said, no, as Sevadal, we are not allowed to do that. Do you know how to take photograph? He asked me. I said, yes, I know. If you don't mind, I'll give you the camera to you. I'll take you to the back of the stage. When Swami comes out, you take a photograph and give the camera back to me. And he took me to the back of the stage with a camera in my hand, very costly camera. And he was missing after that. Just imagine somebody handing out a stranger a costly camera. It is all nothing but Swami's Leela, that's all. In retrospect, everything was his planning only. So I went there within about 5 minutes. See, look at the timing. In 5 minutes, the program was over, Swami came out. He came just about 3 feet away from me, gave a nice Abhay Hasta, I took a photograph, and then I handed over the camera. I looked for that Sevadal, handed over the camera to him, and I packed all my doubts off, and I became a devotee, because this cannot happen in the normal way. This is nothing but a miracle of Swami. That is why I became a devotee of Swami on May 23rd, 1971. From that day to today, I absolutely have no doubt that is nothing but Purna Avatar. I started reading all the books, all Swami's speeches after that. And this continued. I must tell you that my mother's blood pressure, after he took it, became almost normal. With just a normal medicine, the doctor changed the medicine, and it became 150/90, and then he lived for another 16, 17 years, and he didn't die out of blood pressure. So that is Swami's miracle. And after this happened, there are so many instances in which Swami has proved that he is omnipresent. I'll give you another instance which happened in 1972. My sister, who used to live in Chennai, he was a bhajan singer. His name is Padma Shekhar. She has also given a lot of songs in the Sundaram bhajans, like Sundara Sundara Vinayaka and all. And she came down to Bangalore and then said, "Come on, we will go to Puttaparthi. We have to see Swami." I told him that you must be out of your mind. Do you think Swami will give an interview just because you go there? You could have prayed from there itself and he would have listened to you at that time. No, I have to see Swami because the man who is the tenant who is giving a lot of problem, I wanted him to vacate. He is not vacating. He is giving a lot of problem. He forced me to come. And we started off to Puttaparthi by train. I think we came by train, correct. We came by train. And me, my sister, my mother, and my son, who was about 2.5 years old at that time, we started off. My father had just had a heart attack and he was recovering at Bangalore. And my wife was to look after, and she had a smaller kid, aged about 1 year, and so they could not come. So 4 of us started off in the train and landed at Bukkapatnam. And from Bukkapatnam to Puttaparthi, you have to come by walk or bullock cart in those days. So I hired a bullock cart and put my mother and my sister and my son, and I didn't want to get into the bullock cart. I walked behind. So we were crossing the Chitravati river. At that time, river was barren. There was no water there. And the bullock cart passed through one bush. And my mother was putting her leg in the down, and then it pricked her leg. She shouted, "Sai Rama, my leg is gone," in Tamil. I told him it is only a bush, don't worry about it, and we forgot about it. The next day morning, we were sitting in the veranda. In those days, the devotees will sit in the veranda, and Swami will come and pick the people out of random for the interview. So we were sitting in the morning darshan, and Swami came in front of me and did like this. I thought it was not me, and then I turned back. He said, in Tamil, "You only come." So 4 of us went into the interview room, and we were all pushed into the staircase. We were the first group to be interviewed in the group. 4 of us were pushed into the staircase, which was leading to the first floor. And Swami put his hand like this and started talking. Then my sister started, "Swami, this is my brother," because she didn't want Swami to mistake that we are husband, wife, and child with mother. Because the age, she is only 2.5 years elder to me, but was looking a lot younger than me. That is all we could talk. Swami started telling that I know that he didn't want to come. You only forced him to come, and your tenant is giving you a problem. He himself will vacate it. Don't worry. Then my mother said my husband had a heart attack. And Swami said, yes, it was a little difficult. I have come 3 times to the hospital to save him, Swami said. And my mother used to say that he used to see Swami's picture in the fan. We didn't believe her, because if it happens to you, you believe. Somebody says there is a miracle, you think they are hyping it. So I thought my mother is just, because of the problem and all, he was imagining. But Swami confirmed that he had to come thrice to the hospital to save my father. Then my mother said about the blood pressure. He said, blood pressure will come down, don't worry about it. And then suddenly she asked me, how is your leg? At that time, she didn't have any problem with the leg. We didn't understand why Swami is telling about the leg. And we said, okay, everything is fine, Swami. And we came out. Then we started discussing why Swami asked about the leg outside. When we came outside, we started discussing why Swami asked about the leg for Amma. Amma's leg is fine. Our mother, leg is no problem. Then suddenly we remembered, they shouted, Sai Rama, my leg is gone. And that Swami answered in the interview room. So he is omnipresent everywhere. This happened so many times. In 1988, I happened to have 2 interviews with Swami. That time my son had come here and he had about 20 interviews in a month. At that time I had interview twice with Swami. And in one of the interviews he told my son, you cannot drive 2-wheeler, never drive a 2-wheeler. So in the interview he told my son, hey, I told you not to drive a 2-wheeler, why did you? No, Swami, I didn't drive a 2-wheeler. You are sitting in a stationary scooter in your college and you are talking to your friends. Isn't it? He asked. He said, yes, Swami. Even that is not allowed, he said. And he suddenly turned to me and said, don't forget, Swami is also a watchman, sir. Even now, if I hear that, I'm getting a little this thing now. So that is what happened in his college. He told in the interview. Then I told him, Swami, we have sold the motorbike after you told. And he said, yes, you have sold it, but you have not cancelled the another motorbike, you have booked it. Please cancel that also, he said. I had booked for Hero. At that time, Hero was coming with a new motorbike at that time. And then I wanted to buy a new motorbike for my son. So I booked that one. And then he said, you cancel that also. I had forgotten about what I booked. And Swami said, you cancel that. So this is another instance where we could see Swami's omnipresent and knowing everything all the time. Then there is one more instance where I think I'll narrate some incidents which happened to my managing director at that time. I was working in Lakshmi Mission Works at that time. The managing director was Mr. Jayavardhan Velu. Whenever he used to come to Puttaparthi, I used to take permission from him and go tell him I want to take a couple of days off to go to Puttaparthi. Whenever I go back, he'll say, what does your Baba say? He was not a devotee at the time. So he used to mockingly ask, whatever your Baba say. I said, he tells always good things. Then, once Swami was in Kodaikanal at that time, and next to Sai Shruti is his bungalow. My managing director of LMW's bungalow, it was called Laughing Waters. It was adjacent to Sai Shruti. So I went to see Swami, have Swami's darshan in Kodaikanal. I saw my managing director's car going into his bungalow. Then I thought I'll go and then say hello to him. I went to his bungalow. When I went inside, he gave me a cup of tea. And then his wife suddenly asked me, why didn't you take this man to Baba? I told him, if he is interested only I can take. I can't take him to Baba. Because previously also I tried to convert so many people, thinking that they should not make the same mistake as I did. But I was not able to convert a single man to become a devotee of Baba. Unless Baba calls somebody, they cannot go to Baba. They cannot come to Puttaparthi. That is true. for that, I'll narrate another incident and come back to this incident. In Maiko, I had an assistant by name Ratan. We were at that time in 1971, war was there, and there was blackout in the night, and we were all given extra duty to work in the night also. And this person was working along with me, and I used to kind of try to tell him about Baba. He said, "Let your Baba call me, then only I will go." So in 24th of December, suddenly he came. So I said, "I want 2 days leave." He said, "Why?" "Yesterday Baba came in my dream and said, 'You come to Puttaparthi, I want to go.'" I was trying to convince him so much he didn't want to come. With one dream, Swami pulled him to Puttaparthi, and he became a devotee. So I told Mr. Jayavardhan Velu that if he is interested, I'll come. He said, "I am interested, I'll see your Baba tomorrow." I told him, "You can say, I can see Prime Minister tomorrow, I can see the President tomorrow, but Swami has to see you. I will try." So I came back to Sai Shruti. At that time, Mr. Srinivasan was there. I knew Mr. Srinivasan, and Srinivasan is a good friend of Managing Director of LMW. So I came and told him, "Mr. Jayavardhan Velu is here and he wanted to come and see Swami." He said, "I will check up with Swami and let you know." Then he said that tomorrow morning you bring him. Then next day morning when that he was ready with proper attire to see Swami, I brought him here into Sai Shruti, and then some Sevadal there asked him, "Why don't you help me to put this flower onto this thing?" And he helped him. He helped that Sevadal to put flower and all. And Mr. Krishna Swami was the caretaker at the time. He said, Swami has called him inside, we don't go along with him. Swami said, "You should not go along with him." I said, "I don't want to go. He has only called Mr. Jayavardhan Velu, so let him go." So Mr. Jayavardhan Velu went inside at about 7:15 in the morning. After about half an hour, he came with a Vibhuti in his hand and he was trembling. He said, I was just accompanying him up to the gate. Swami didn't come out for darshan till then. So at that time he asked me, "How is your Baba knows something which even my mother doesn't know about me?" He said, "That is why we call him as God." I told him. So he said, "Swami has asked me to come on Wednesday again with my wife." So I was going back to Coimbatore, because I had taken only a couple of days leave. So I came back to Coimbatore. So Wednesday evening, he came back from Kodaikanal, Mr. Jayavardhan Velu, and he called me to his bungalow. Then he didn't want to make it appear as if he has called about Swami, discuss about Swami. He said how much production was there that particular day and things like that. After that, he said, he showed me the ring, what he was wearing. It was a diamond ring, which normally that size of diamond ring you can never see. Such a rare diamond ring was created for him. Then his son-in-law, is also a spiritually oriented man. He also came along with Jayavardhan Velu at that time. That time what happened was, somebody from UK brought some watches for the students there. And they wanted to give to the students. Swami told him, I believe, Swami didn't say anything, he just kept quiet. When Jayavardhan Velu came back to the house, his wife asked him, why don't Swami give you a Swiss watch? So this is what she asked him. So next day in the evening, there was a Satsang for which both Jayavardhan Velu and his son-in-law were called, and Swami created a Rolex watch. And he gave it to the son-in-law to see whether it is Rolex watch made in Switzerland. And he asked him, what is the cost of that, do you know? He said, I don't know, Swami. He said, it is $10,000. He took that watch and gave it to the person from UK who wanted to give the watches to the students. So in one stroke, he answered two people. One, he could create a Swiss watch, and he doesn't want anybody to give watches to the students. If he wants, he can give Rolex watches to the students. This is what also another instance where you can always think about Swami's omnipresence and everything. That's all. And a lot of, I used to come as a visiting faculty here also. And in one of such instances, I normally used to write a letter in my that I want to come here for teaching, and then give it to Swami. In one such instance, I written a letter to Swami that I am coming for teaching. And that time, a group of bhajan singers from Sundaram had come to Puttaparthi, and my sister's son was also one of the members of the bhajan group, but he didn't come that time. So the bhajan group was called inside the interview, and Swami started keeping my letter in the hand and then telling the people, how many of you do Omkaram Suprabhadam every day? And they were all blinking. He said, this man, you know what he is? He's a top executive in a company there. But every day he does Omkaram Suprabhadam and then only starts his day. And you must also do like that and all these things. And immediately the Sundaram Bhajan group people came to Madras and they met my nephew. And they told him, I believe, Swami fired us. There is one Ramalingam who has written some letter there to Swami. With that letter in the hand, he started firing all of us and all. Immediately, my nephew called me. He said, Swami has praised you. He told you that you are doing every day Omkaram Suprabhadam, and he wanted the students to do the same thing. Immediately, I became totally bloated with ego. Swami has blessed me, so he is going to call me for an interview, and he is going to treat me extra, and all. I came with a lot of expectations. I stayed for 10 days. We used to sit in the veranda at that time as a visiting faculty at that time. And whenever Swami used to come near me, he used to look at the ceiling and count the chandelier bulbs. And then he'd turn back and talk to the next man. This happened for 9 days. Immediately on the second day, I knew that we should not, he tells to somebody about you, it doesn't mean that he praises you. It is only to give a lesson to them, not to praise you. So I deflated my ego totally, got my ego deflated totally, and then started paying to Swami, please, excuse me that I made a mistake, I will not do it again. On the last day, he came near me and then said, Yappa Vandachi, when did you come? I said, Swami, I am leaving today. He said, Romba Sandosham, go. So this is a lesson that one should never get ego just because you are near Swami. Just because you live in Puttaparthi doesn't give you any extra this thing there. Your past karma and everything, Swami has allowed you to stay in Puttaparthi. Swami has allowed you to do service here. Swami has allowed you to stay in Puttaparthi. This has got nothing more than Swami's grace. That humbleness must be there for everybody. There should not be any ego. This is the lesson I learned from Swami. I used to teach in the university, set papers and correct also for about 3-4 years. When I went to Indonesia, in 1996, I shifted from Coimbatore to Indonesia. I worked in a company there for about 4 years. That time, I stopped coming to the university at that time. In 1988 interview, I asked Swami, after all my responsibilities are over, I want to come and work as a Prasanthi Nilayam. I want to do service. I don't mind working as a gatekeeper in Prasanthi Nilayam. He said, Swami, no, don't say like this. I'll give you a job in line with your qualification and experience. Come. So I came here after the coming back from Indonesia, and then Swami allowed me to do the service from 2001 here. And I'm continuing for the past 22 years. Meanwhile, there is one more thing which I wanted to share with you. 1988, he told my daughter, while daughter came for writing entrance exam in Anantapur. And then Swami said she will get the first interview in 1988, he said she will get the seat. And when she got the seat, we came back again to take Swami's blessings and leave her in Anantapur. That time we got the second interview. Swami called us in the interview and then said, very, very happy that she got it. Did I not tell you she will get it? She got it, she said. And he said, after he finishes her graduation, find a good match and then get her married quickly, he said. No, my daughter was not for it, but so as soon as she finished her BSc, I started looking for this thing. I said, Swami said also that I'll perform the marriage in Prasanthi Nilayam for her. So I started looking for this one. I got hold of a good boy there from a very nice spiritual family, but not Sai devotees. Then that time I came here to get Swami's blessings with the horoscopes. I took 2 weeks leave because Swami will not come immediately, so you have to wait and then get his blessing, then only go. For 13 days, Swami didn't come near me. Then I said, if that is the case, then I have to drop this. I will not do it. Then on the 14th day, he came and then blessed this one. Then I asked Swami. Swami said, you will perform the marriage in Prasanthi Nilayam. He said, no, please do it in Coimbatore itself. He said, because the boys' side were not devotees of Swami, and that is why Swami has told like this, I think, in retrospect. So the marriage invitation was printed, and I wanted to take the blessings from Swami on the marriage invitation before distributing to others. Swami was going from Kodaikanal to Ooty, to Puttaparthi via Ooty at that time. After Kodaikanal stay, he was going, and he went to Ooty. Then I thought I'll take Swami's blessings at Ooty, and took the invitation letter, my son, and my would-be son-in-law. 3 of us went to have Swami's darshan. So we were sitting in the afternoon. I was sitting in the middle. My son was on the right side. Son-in-law was on the left side. Swami came near and then he didn't take the invitation and go. So I thought, if Swami has not taken the invitation, what to do? We cannot go proceed. So I was in attention. So evening, when the bhajan started, I was sitting near the flag post in Nandana, in the Ooty residence of Swami. It was a small oval there where people used to sit there, and Swami comes close to almost everybody at that time. So Swami came out, he came and stood in front of me. I again lifted it. Swami said, wait. So I started walking. I started getting up, my son pulled me down. He said, Swami says, wait. So I was waiting there. After one round completely, he came there, stayed for one full bhajan in front of me. I put this invitation on Swami's feet also. Then Swami took the invitation. So he made me to wait for about so many things, with getting so many assurances that I will do this, I will do that and all. Then he took this invitation and the marriage was performed. I'm happy to say that after the marriage, my son-in-law has also become a devotee, and is quite actively taking part in the Sai activities in US where they have settled down. But for Swami, we are nothing. There are so many things in life where Swami is actually conducting our life. I normally tell people that Swami is like a driver in a car. If you drive your car, you must be very careful about the dogs coming, pedestrians coming. If there is a driver, you can relax and then go in the car. So our body is the car and Swami is the driver. So we sit and relax and see, let Swami do what he likes. So this is my attitude for quite some time now. I never give any letters to Swami as it is, except one occasion where I had to give a letter to Swami. As soon as I joined here, we used to normally give a letter to Swami before going on leave. My mother's ceremony came. My mother's ceremony, I wanted to go to Coimbatore and do it because there were no priests for doing that here. So I wrote a letter and sat in the darshan in the morning. Swami came, look at me from the corner of the eyes, and then he didn't take the letter and walked away. I told him, Swami, you only tell me that the children will have to do all the ceremony and all for the parents. And if you don't take it, I'll take it that having come to Puttaparthi, I don't have to do it anymore, and I'll stop doing that. So I decided I will not go if Swami has not taken the letter. Next day he came straight towards me. He said, I know you are holding the letter from yesterday, you give it. and he told me that, I told him mother's ceremony, I said, go. My father's ceremony came after 19 days. So I had to go again, and I had another letter, and then I was sitting there. While coming itself, he came, Yenna, what? Not only you gave a letter, now there is another letter. What is that? He said, my father's ceremony, Swami. He said, Romba Sandosham, and he created Vibhuti and gave, and he said, you go. Because Swami insists always that one should take care of the parents properly, both when they are alive, even if they pass away. You must remember them, and you must be thankful to your presence because of the parents. And for that, Swami is very particular about it. So this happened after I joined here, Swami. One occasion was when the Information Technology Center was opened. That time, Mr. Chakravarti was taking Swami around. I was in the room which is opposite to where Managing Trustee sits now. That we converted into a CCTV room. We had about 16 cameras. We started with that. And we had to set up everything for Swami to inaugurate. So Mr. Chakravarti brought Swami inside the room. And he started telling Swami, this is Ramalingam. And he wanted to tell me about me. Swami said immediately in one word, Teriyu me. I know. Mr. Chakravarti kept quiet. Then I explained to him. After the program was over, then in the video conference room, there was a video conferencing was going on. Swami took part in that because Gopal was there from TVS, Mr. Gopal. And after that, Swami started distributing the sweets to all the people. And he took one sweet and then he looked around and then put it back. I was standing somewhere behind. I didn't sit in the stand in the front. Then when Swami was passing near me, he immediately turned, took out that sweet and then gave it to me. That is there in the video also, of the inauguration of the IT center video. It is there that Swami takes out a sweet and then looks around and then puts it back. And when he comes near me, he takes out the sweet and gives it to me. So this is something. And in 2010, when I was 70 years old, Vignesh, who is in IT center, he somehow arranged for me to go to take blessings of Swami in Jajun Mandir. So I was standing with my wife, and then Swami blessed us. He asked us to take Pada Namaskaram and all. Then I was thinking that I don't know, next year I will be able to take Pada Namaskaram from you, because I was thinking I will go away. But it so happened that Swami was not there next year, 2011. 2010 December, Swami blessed me. From that day, I stopped celebrating my birthday. So Swami has blessed, and that is the end of it. So I don't want to have birthday anymore. I stopped buying new clothes or celebrating my birthday after that. I can't even now I can't stand it. It was terrible. We all thought somehow Swami will come back. We will perform a last minute miracle and come. So when this didn't happen, we couldn't sleep, we couldn't eat, we couldn't do anything for about almost 1 week. It was trauma actually. And when Swami was laid to rest in the Samadhi, my God, completely broke down. Even now, a lot of people say that Swami is everywhere and he is omnipresent, but his lovely presence and his lovely interaction now and then, that we are really missing it. Of course, Swami is there to protect us, that we can see even after him, we can see his effect there. He is protecting the people. Miracles do happen to people by Swami. But his physical presence, we miss. That is, even now, when I think about it, I feel like crying. Maybe I have not, evolved into that stage where Swami, whether he is there or not, I can see Swami and all. But Swami's physical presence, I do miss. Swami has brought a lot of change in my life. There is a lot of things in my life where one has to go through some problematic phases in your life. But for Swami's support at that time, I would not have been what I am today. That I definitely want to insist that it is because of Swami that we are all in one place. Me, my son, my daughter, all of us are today in what we are. It is all due to Swami only. And my daughter also is Anantapur student, and then he is also active in US. My son is also in US. He is also devoted to Swami. And we don't have any conflicts within the family where one is a devotee, one is not a devotee. That way, Swami has blessed us, that the entire family is devoted to Swami. Like what Deepak has said, in our family, everyone is a devotee of Swami. So we don't have any conflicts there. Everyone's life, Swami has played his part. And everyone will have some story to tell about Swami, which I wish all the people, you are doing a great job in recording at least some of them. And I'll please continue to do it so that this will be a record for the future generations to enjoy. Because every experience of Swami is enjoyable. Sai Ram. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my experiences with Swami with all of you. Thank you.